Hey, hello everyone. I just wanted to pop in on this video to talk about one of the motivations for the Good Men, Strong Men program. And that has to come to the realization that there's a lot of people out there, maybe you're one, who suffers what a lot of people have labeled as a mood disorder. So, depression is definitely one of those. And if you're watching this video during the time that this is made, during the COVID-19, the coronavirus, a lot of us have been sheltering in place. We weren't able to get outside of our homes, and those moods, those depressive moods, start to seep in a little bit. And I want to let you know that this is something that I can relate with you on. Uh, Again, one out of every three people, or one out of every four, depending on which studies you follow, say we're all going to fall through depression, and that may have risen during these stressful times. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit because uh, we want to be able to overcome those things through the right mindset and through the best action possible. And we want to recognize the things that are going to influence our mood. That way we know where we can change and be better and stronger than the hold that depression can have on a lot of us. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about the first one, and that being your diet. Now, we're going to talk about how that diet affects us, because research has shown that if we eat food that tastes good, and there is a certain measure of joy that we get out of that. Maybe it's because this is what we're used to eating as a kid, and it takes us back to how we bonded with our friends or with our family, or how it kind of comforted us when we needed that comfort. Food does that. And a lot of delicious food, we know it seems to not be good for our health. But what we may not understand or realize is that it actually has a very profound effect on our mood. I know this was presented to me once from a friend. I was eating pizza from a popular pizza chain, and I offered my friend a slice of this pizza. He said, "I don't eat that garbage." He goes, "That garbage is it makes you feel terrible." And I was just like, "You don't know what you're talking about." But what I noticed is that after I ate what he called as garbage, my mood completely changed. I was very irritable. I was grouchy, and I had a hard time controlling it. I had a hard time understanding why, considering that the day had been a very good day. What I had noticed from then on was when I ate trash and I ate garbage, my mood changed. And it was a lot easier to fall into depression, and it was a lot harder to control my attitude. What we eat has an effect on the mood that you have. It has an effect on your ability to handle the stress that may be influencing your depression. Not only that, but when we eat food that is high in salt, high in sugar, and high in certain things, it's just going to naturally make you more tired. So when you're more tired, you're moody, you're gaining weight, it's going to be a lot harder to handle the stress of the day, the stress that may be influencing your depression or leading you there. So if you can control, or at least start to improve, I would never tell you need to start eating nothing but celery and carrots, because we do need to enjoy life. We do enjoy those foods, and they have a purpose. But we would want to start to make a plan to improve our diet, knowing that it's not just about the physical, but it's about controlling our emotions and our attitude. Now, going along with that, with your diet, obviously it's related to your body. And sometimes we look ourselves in the mirror and we don't look like what we did before. Or part of the depressive attitude is that we will compare ourselves to others in their situation. And as we're feeling terrible about ourselves, and then we look on social media or in a magazine or on TV about these people that seem to be happy and they look a certain way, and maybe they're getting attention and getting dates and we're not, it affects our mood. We feel less sexy to ourselves, less attractive to ourselves and to others. Our energy is a lot lower also, which again affects our ability to feel like we're capable. When we are overweight or obese, we feel less capable to just do the everyday things, let alone do anything athletic. I know that was the case for me, overcoming depression. I was always a very skinny kid, always very active, always very athletic. And then because of situations, I allowed myself to become overweight for the first time in my life. And I felt tired. I didn't feel attractive. And I was not able to run as fast or as long, or my physical capabilities were far less. And that affected what I was able to do on a day-to-day basis, or the energy to go hang out with my friends. So reshaping or improving your body image is going to naturally happen when you change your diet and when you become more active through exercise. But when we increase our capacity to do more, we start to feel better about our body, even if we're still kind of not at the weight we want to, or not at the look that we want to. When we start to see those improvements, we start to overcome depression. Another thing that influences depression and our mindset is toxic relationships. And I think this needs very little explanation. We've all been in toxic relationships. Now, some of them, it might be because of family. Maybe we have issues with our parents or siblings. For some of us, it's relationships. You had a boyfriend, girlfriend, a spouse, and coming home to them did not make us feel good. Even if they're not a bad person, does not mean that they are good for us, if things are feeling very toxic. Again, this is a place that I came from in my relationship. I was married for 9 years, and my ex-wife, my now ex-wife, my then wife, was not a terrible person, but there were just some things about the relationship that just didn't work, and it made it harder for me to feel good coming home and being home. If that's the case for you, it's something that has to be acknowledged and recognized. There are certain things that we can do to try to improve the relationship or change that situation, but understanding where it comes from. If that is something that when you come home, you find yourself less motivated to do positive things, it is something that needs to be addressed. And last that we're going to talk about are finances and work. Now, we've all been under stress before with finances. Even if you have finances to cover your bills comfortably, it doesn't necessarily mean that the stress is taken away when you go to work or having to fight through the traffic. Maybe we don't even feel fulfilled in our current job. So if we're not fulfilled in what we're doing, we just feel like the job is just a job. It's not giving us a real purpose, a sense of purpose other than a paycheck. Or when we do get that paycheck and we're barely able to make things work, we won't feel successful. Even if we have been able to pay bills, even if we have a good paying job, we won't feel successful unless one, we feel fulfilled at work, and we are also able to take care of our family to where we're not having to struggle every day. So if your diet affects your mood, if your body image and your physical abilities are hindering you from what you really want, if you're in that toxic relationship, if you're at a job that you don't really enjoy, or you're having a hard time making ends meet, what do you do? The Good Man, Strong Man program is all about helping you have a certain mindset combined with actions that will make you happier. It'll increase your capacity to do more, training you to handle the stresses that influence depression. And when you're better able to handle stress, you can then be better able to handle depression. It just so happens that as a part of the program, your body image will also improve. Your physical abilities will also improve. Your ability to communicate what you need and what you want to others will also be improved as your confidence improves. When your confidence, your abilities, your strength all improves. You will be happier. And if you find yourself in those situations where depression wants to take a grip on you, you are going to get better and better at pushing that depression away, recognizing the signs, and being stronger than the hold of that depression. That would be awesome. Be a part of the Good Man Strong Man program and community, and you will find that kind of strength for yourself, and you cannot help but be happier as a result. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at goodman.strongman on Instagram. If you have any questions, make sure to DM me. I am Coach Rico Strong. I'll see you next time.